Hello beautiful writers out there. Today, let's talk about ideas. How can you determine if an idea really holds up to its promise or, falls flat after you really spend some time with it? How can you decide whether to write the story or not? Let's find out. So ideas, right? There are a lot of ideas out there, but the quest is how can you know in which idea you should invest? When it comes to writing, there is, stuff that gets us excited, like what idea is really sparking your interest to a degree that it feels necessary to write it. That's always, a good sign right there. But often, the start of the whole thing is already doomed if you do something like the following, which, I did, and probably you're guilty of such a thing too, which is looking for ideas that you think would spark someone else's interest. So if you think, okay, I might as well just write a zombie story, then think twice. And you should only probably consider writing a zombie story or anything that's out there and seems to be popular right now if your take on the whole thing can add value to the whole discussion. Value as in, it's your perspective and your point that you're sharing that makes all the difference, because then you will have an attachment that is pretty emotional and it's pretty deeply rooted within you. Other than that, if you write something that is zeitgeisty and you think you will, hit a home run by doing so, so what you really should be doing is you should not look far from yourself. If you always wanted to tell a Western story, it's okay to do so. And it's okay to think of ideas that might fit into, the Western genre. You should always, ask yourself, okay, so what is interesting to me in the whole thing? Besides, the setting, the genre, and all of that. What is it you are trying to say? You can base every story inside the world of a Western. For example, if you have just experienced a loss, it might be, a lover that has left you or whatever, something that has happened to you and that is real, and that these are real emotions that you can share. These are experiences you have come across. So if you, base your story that is then a Western on these emotions that you had, and you tell a story within, this context of a Western, that's where it gets interesting. And you're most probably sharing a point of view on a certain topic, on a certain theme. So theme really is your perspective on things. It's you asking yourself a question that you discuss in your screenplay. That's really what theme is all about. And the way you discuss theme within the context of the screenplay is, whatever setting it is, it doesn't matter. But what you're actually doing at the core of things is you're discussing, the topic and the theme back and forth. And you bring in different perspectives through different players, like as in different characters, who shine a light on different aspects of the theme. The other thing that you should know is you should know the want of the character. And now listen, the want is also something that is very interesting because it's visual. It has to be visual. There needs to be something that this character wants that is visual. Like you can see as an audience, okay, this is something that he wants. He wants to, get from A to Z, and when he reached Z, that's the point where it ends. That's the end of things. So you have the theme, and you have the want of the character. And if that is already, part of the idea that's really active in your brain and that wants to get out, and it has all this, you have probably already a winner right there. But hold your horses. There is just one last element that you need to check before you really consider writing the whole thing. And that is the obstacles. Who or what is standing in the way of reaching this goal? There will be obstacles and there will be decisions to make. And these decisions will have consequences. And this is what will drive the narrative. If you don't have enough obstacles and therefore enough decisions for this protagonist to make along the way, and if these decisions don't have, consequences to deal with, and that also consequences that make it even harder for this protagonist to reach the goal, then you're in deep trouble. What I'm suggesting here is that you, before you sit down and write the whole thing, and then at the, after the midpoint, you realize, oh, this is slowly running out of steam. That's because you have not taken care of the obstacles enough. So before you sit down, play it through in your head. If you can, in your mind, already, picture how do you keep this going for the second act, and a lot of obstacles and a lot of different obstacles as well, then that is a good indication that you should write the story right now. Yeah, you should write the story right now. Yeah, you should write the story now. Even if you have written a story, you probably now know why it's not working in the second act. So go back and, start thinking about the obstacles a little more. Right? Guys, so let me know in the comments below, what topics do you want me to cover? Is there anything? Feel free to ask. Let's get a conversation happening here. Like, subscribe, and all this good stuff. Take care, guys. Right on.